Well, our first two matchups here tonight decided our main event here in our first night at Texas Contender Series in the HPA 2. Lethal Chris Marcell getting a victory over Prince Lee in his first round matchup in his path to recapture that TCS championship. As fans here in the HPA have the L's up for Lethal. And as you mentioned earlier, Dan, I'll allude to this. Lethal is the more rested individual, almost really having an advantage by going on first here tonight. And mind you, in quicker fashion, winning his match than his opponent here in the final. As we await the arrival of Dustin Nguyen. Dustin coming into this matchup after getting a victory over Jay Pierce earlier.
That bounty in hand. It almost seems like he's daring somebody to cash in.
Well, why don't you jump in?
I don't need the money. I do this for the love of the game truck.
Yeah, that's what my paycheck says sometimes too. Well, Dustin Nguyen coming into this matchup now. I'll ask this question, Dan. How much of a factor is it going to be for Dustin Nguyen, having gone through arguably a harder fought battle, a longer match in his first round matchup to get here than it would be to favor Chris Lethal? Or we'll just let Ashley talk.
Introducing first, the finalist to my right, from Houston, Texas, weighing in at 323 pounds, Lethal Chris Marcell. And his opponent, the finalist to my left, hailing from the Sky Temple, the Wind Dragon, Dustin Nguyen!
Oh, my two guys, man. What are y'all doing? Oh, I gotta pick between these two? That's bullshit. I just want the fun. To be honest, that's fine. These are my guys, man. I want to do this.
Well, there's the Contenders Cup. Both competitors getting a chance to take a look at it. Could that trophy change its form and evolve into a TCS championship title belt for either one of these competitors here in our main event here tonight as we crown the first ever Contenders Cup winner? Dan, you have to wonder what is going through the psyche of both these competitors. If you're Chris Marcell, you're wanting to get that opportunity to hold that TCS championship a second time. And if you're Dustin Nguyen, you want your very first opportunity at even getting a shot at that championship title.
Who is willing to risk it all? Chris Marcell, he has the Lethal Empire on his side. He has AQA, he has Big Mark. Who does Dustin have? A couple, these fans?
Yeah, I mean,
these fans can do their best to urge Dustin Nguyen to pick up the victory here tonight. But Chris Marcell, he has real insurance, real backup. He knows what it's like to taste that gold. Dustin Nguyen, he's thought about becoming a champion. It's all been fantasy to Dustin. But for Chris Marcell, it's been a reality.
And
He's been around greatness. He's been around O'Day. He's been around Timur. He's been around some of the absolute best. Dustin, one could say he is just a dreamer.
Well, I can't really argue with that point, but Dustin hasn't even had a chance to taste championship gold here in Texas Contender Series.
He absolutely has. He has had opportunities to challenge for #1 contenderships and fallen short. He had a campaign for the Lone Star Championship 2 years ago and fell short to Max Heights. So he's had these dreams of becoming a champion. One would say this is the closest he's ever become, and he's going to have to take down a former champion here tonight, and I don't think he's going to do it.
Well, I think that's something that you can't say, is that you can never count out Dustin Nguyen. Dustin Nguyen has that fighting spirit, that resiliency that we've seen so many times in his matchups. We saw it just this past Friday against BK in a brutalizing matchup, almost like BK was testing Dustin, giving him the measuring stick. Almost a passing of the torch moment. Here's a cover by Lethal, as BK was putting Dustin through the ringer in that matchup to test his mettle, and in doing so, earn the respect of the bounty hunter. But can Dustin Nguyen earn a TCS championship opportunity here tonight and finally become a #1 contender to championship gold? Well, right now his odds don't look very good. I wouldn't put any bets on Kalshi anytime soon. Oh, Lethal taking a little bit too much time on that chop. Dustin seizing the opportunity right there. Dustin with some stiff shots. Oh, but the much stronger, more ground power. Lethal holding onto that rope, not allowing the Wind Dragon to get any momentum. Counter by Lethal. Oh, Dustin with a sunset flip, trying to get the big man down, but there you see the strong tree trunk-like legs,
man.
And just caving in the chest.
That's it, it's over. Chris Marcell has retained championships with that maneuver. Chris Marcell has put people away with that maneuver.
Well, even though the matchup still goes on, I don't know how for much longer it can, because Dustin Nguyen's
There's
chest
no way
cavity
left
might
in
be
that
in.
dragon, I'll tell you that much. A very aggressive Chris Marcell.
And this isn't something new that we've seen out of Lethal. That aggressive, powerful side as he lifts Dustin up over with that vertical suplex. Almost with ease, it seems. Going for a cover. That lateral press, just not enough pressure on that right there. Lethal may even be taking a little too much time right there to make that pin attempt.
Well, both of these gentlemen have had matches earlier on in the night. You get that big adrenaline dump after a match. You have to re-warm yourself up. You know, we were talking earlier about the advantage being to Marcell for having a longer period of rest, but that's also a longer period to get cold.
That is a good point. Here comes Lethal, big boot to the face by Dustin, however, stopped that big freight train in his tracks. Coming one more time, Dustin sidestepping over the top rope goes Lethal. Lethal holding on, sitting on the apron though. Dustin trying to come in. Oh, got a big shot, big forearm right into the face. Dustin with a kick to the thigh, taking down Lethal. Oh, Lethal's leg. Lethal holding on to that knee. That drop kick might have connected with the knee as well. Might have hyperextended it. Here comes Dustin one more time. Kick right through the ropes.
Right into the front row. Here the HPA too.
Dustin realizing the opportunity that he has, trying to take advantage though. But if he's got to get this championship opportunity and win the Contenders Cup, he's got to get the matchup back into the ring.
Oh, I think he could win the cup by countout.
Not if he's outside the ring also.
Well, no. Well, then who would get the cup?
Well, that was the question I was going to ask next.
Probably Prince Lee.
Prince Lee already lost his first round matchup. How could he win the cup?
Default. Wind Dragon, front row seat to his demise. Double overhand chop. And like I was saying, this is going to go to who wants it more. Right now, you're taking a look at this matchup. Who does it look like wants it more?
Well, right now, you could definitely argue it's Lethal because he is in full control. And Dustin is worse for wear right now on the outside at the hands of the former TCS champion. Oh, big slam on the side of the apron. As if Dustin might have already had trouble breathing after being sat on by Lethal. Now, that ribcage may be even in worse condition now.
Give me somebody I don't like.
Here comes Lethal. That lateral press, not enough to secure that opportunity to hoist the Contenders Cup.
And what I'm surprised about is the lack of involvement of the Lethal Empire. They're watching, they're observing, taking notes surely as AQA, as well as barking orders, but staying relatively out of this matchup.
Oh my, got stepped on right there by Lethal. That big splash, 300 plus pounds.
So close. That could have been Lethal's.
Lethal now wondering what he has to do to win this matchup, put the Wind Dragon away, and obtain the first ever Contenders Cup. Dustin now getting sat on the top shelf like a toy. Oh my! And getting treated like a rag doll with that chop right across the chest.
Dustin, after being in the matchup with BK on Friday, is used to this, is used to taking this type of abuse.
Yeah, but all that abuse he sustained in that matchup, and then having to go through not one, but two matches, and that second match being in the form of Lethal Chris Marcell, how much does Dustin have left in him?
Enough to deliver a headbutt to Marcell and find himself perched upon the top rope.
Dustin rearranging himself on roller skates as Marcell, and now getting a drop kick to the chest. But all the punishment he sustained so far in this matchup and earlier in the night, Dustin is down as well.
Crowd getting behind both of these wrestlers here tonight. It's hard to say if either Chris Marcell or Dustin Nguyen has the crowd firmly in their grasp. They seem to be split.
Yeah, these two crowd favorites here in Texas Contender Series.
Whoa!
Oh, big shot by Dustin. Rocked Marcell, but now look, Dustin
look
even
eyes.
asking, oh my gosh.
Did you see the eyes of Chris Marcell?
I don't know how Dustin's jaw is still attached. And Dustin's still standing strong with Lethal taking some shots right there. Oh, got caught. That enziguri, though, connected. Oh, look, AQA on the apron now, checking in on Lethal. Oh, my, that forearm took AQA down with a vicious spill.
What have I always told you about Dustin? What have I always told you about Dustin?
Dustin not intending to hit AQA and turning around and seeing Lethal lying in wait. Big slam by Lethal, this could be it. Oh, Dustin getting the shoulder up. Lethal is down, Dustin is down, AQA is down, Big Mark's down checking on her. This matchup is going off the rails here at Houston Premier Arena.
And Lethal looking to put this away right now, signaling that Contenders Cup is his.
Oh, could be going for a lethal bomb. Dustin seeing the end could be near, trying to block everything he has with it, turning around with a big clothesline, but Lethal still on his feet. Another one still didn't do the job. Dustin missing on the third, wasn't the charm. Lethal picking him up, Dustin countering. Big scorpion kick to the face. Off the ropes goes Lethal. Dustin connecting with the Snapdragon, turning Lethal inside out.
I can tell you that is not what Lethal was expecting out of Dustin winning this match. Now we got AQA jaw jacking with Nguyen.
Dustin with a pair of buzzsaw-like kicks to the head and a dragon tail whip to boot. Could this be it? Could Dustin do it here? No, Lethal kicks out. This matchup still continuing on here tonight. My goodness, what's it gonna take for either one of these guys to walk out of here with the cup?
We had mentioned several times the resiliency of Dustin Nguyen, but never forget that it was Lethal Chris Marcell who withstood it all. Most eliminations in a Turbo Rumble. Former champion.
Oh my goodness, a hit stick. The hit stick, usually the precursor to end things in favor of Marcell. Now, putting Dustin in it. Oh my, a lethal bomb, this is it. Marcell did it. No, Dustin kicked out. How did Dustin kick out of that vicious power bomb? Lethal shaking his head in disbelief, not knowing what else he needs to do to put away the resilient Wind Dragon here in the finals of the Contenders Cup. Oh no, look at this. Lethal pulling Dustin in position. I don't know how much more impact to the midsection Dustin can take with the brunt of the full weight of Lethal Chris Marcell. Lethal climbing up top.
God.
It could be a matter of time. Lethal up top, nobody home. Dustin with the fatal kill. Dustin powering up, calling on the power of the Sky Temple, looking for another fatal gale with a little bit more on it, connecting through all of his body weight into it. Here's a cover. And Dustin Nguyen is the Contenders Cup winner. Dustin Nguyen. Well, wait a second. Big Mark in the ring now. putting a stop to the celebration. Well, it looks like he's extending the hand to Dustin. And that seems to be a bit of a surprise to AQA and Lethal. Well, Dustin putting up an L along with Big Mark. It seems like the respect is shown here tonight. AQA and Lethal absolutely shocked at the actions of Big Mark. Obviously, this wasn't something that they had planned together here. I mean, we talked about the hostility between AQA and Big Mark at the cage match. Seemingly thought it was over. It looks like it's rekindling here. You gotta believe Dustin telling Lethal the respect that he has for the big man after going through a brutal Contenders Cup final here tonight, as Dustin Nguyen will finally get a championship opportunity at the TCS Championship. You gotta believe, with the long history between the Wind Dragon and Isaac Morales, this cannot be good for Isaac Morales.
I thought Isaac had put away Dustin Nguyen once and for all, but Dustin is gonna get one more crack at Isaac Morales now for the biggest prize that we have here. And now we see Dustin Nguyen apologizing to AQA.
Yeah, Dustin obviously wasn't planning on connecting with AQA. That's not in Dustin's nature here. And in Dustin's way, apologizing to AQA for that inadvertent moment. And in her own way, accepting the apology, I suppose, of Dustin Nguyen, as Dustin hoists up the inaugural Contenders Cup here tonight in our inaugural night here at Texas Contender Series in Houston Premier Arena 2. What a way to cap things off here tonight in a tremendous night, in a new era coming in. Wait a second, Lethal attacking Dustin. Yes! What is this?
Finally!
Oh no, off the top of Lethal bomb. What is Lethal doing? Marcell coming in and Big Mark pushing Lethal off of Dustin. Trying to calm down his compatriot. I mean, what is going on? Big Mark now putting the boots to Dustin. Oh my gosh. This brutal full Nelson camel clutch hold on Dustin as Mark and AQA get their shots in and their words in the face of Dustin. What a bunch of sore losers. This was a tremendous matchup for the Contenders Cup. And obviously, Lethal all too sour about losing. Now Dustin laid waste after a brutalizing matchup on Friday, a matchup against Jay Pierce here tonight, and a brutalizing matchup in the main event for the Contenders Cup. And I can't believe the actions of Lethal Chris Marcell.
You can't? Do you know Lethal Chris Marcell? Do you know what it's like to be lethal, Trent? Absolutely not. This is what the Lethal Empire has always been all about.
Oh, look at this. Lethal, he's not done. Lethal's going back up in the corner. Oh no, Dustin is a sitting duck. Oh my God! What a huge top rope splash by Lethal. Oh, look at that. The bounty is in hand. It looks like Lethal has accepted the bounty on the head of Dustin Nguyen. What a shocking turn of events here tonight at TCS 64. As the Lethal Empire relish in their actions. I just can't believe.
But hey, Chris Marcell, he could be walking out of here with big money tonight.
Well, seemingly so. He has the bounty in hand. Oh my goodness, what just a terrible way to finish things off here tonight if you're Dustin Nguyen. As the Lethal Empire walk out tall. As we wrap up things here tonight, fans, thank you for watching on IWTV. For Dan Miller, I'm the Professor Trent Gilbo. We will see you next time here at Texas Contender Series on July 16th. We will see you next time. Good night from Houston Premier Arena.